What's up, everybody? Justin here. The Winds of Change is the channel name. Thank you so much for stopping by to see what I got to say about selling on FBA. Totally rhymed. Didn't even mean it, but it was pretty catchy. Maybe it's my new jingle. Anyway, I've got my numbers from reselling for the month of January. Real numbers, by the way, from a real part-time reseller. That's me from the Dollar Tree. Okay, now some of you guys with big brains are going to think this is super awesome. You're going to see the numbers, see the stats, and see sort of the breakdown of the items that I got. And others of you that are just here to see, hey, what can I sell from the Dollar Tree to make money, which is what the title sort of implies. I've got some stuff for you too towards the end of the video that's going to let you know exactly some of the items and the type of items that you can get and resell for profit and why they're a good pick to do so. Let's get right into it with the numbers. I stopped at 9 different stores and spent a total of $146. Okay, I spent about 6 to 7 hours altogether. I spend about 30 minutes in a store, so that plus the time it took to box them up and ship them out, I'm going to estimate it took me about 6 to 7 hours out of the month. Now, what was the fruit of my labor? Let's see. This is a Keepa supplier profitability chart breakdown. And as you can see, the supplier here is Dollar Tree. Here's the dates, January 1st boop, to February 3rd. Boop. So it's about a month. Units sold, I sold 87 units in 1 month from the Dollar Tree. Units refunded, 1. Only 1 of those got returned, which is pretty good. Revenue, $778. Now this isn't what I made, this is just what everything sold for. Here's the big stuff here. Here's what we're interested in. The profit. Boom! $173.45 from 87 items from the Dollar Tree. And if you look here, I still have 48 units on hand. Okay? So I sold 87, made $173, and I still have 48 left. So the profit is still going to keep coming in past the month of January. And you know, that's how it works with FBA, right? This isn't a buy something one day, sell it, get the money the next day. Amazon FBA is very different than eBay. eBay, you can buy something, list it, it goes live, and then you get the money relatively quickly. Amazon FBA, you have to buy the item, prep the item, send it in, wait 2, 3, 4 days, sometimes even weeks for the item to be live, hope the price doesn't tank, and then sell it, and then wait 2 weeks to get paid every time Amazon pays you, right? At least for me, I'm set up on the standard 2-week payment. So it's not a buy it and get the money the next day. So you have to have some patience, but it can really, really pay off. So let's look at some of the things that I did sell. Let's look at the spreadsheet of all of the items that I sold. And I know what you're thinking, spreadsheet, going to be so boring. It's going to be quick, I promise, and we'll get right into looking at some of the items. Check this out. This is another helpful tool that Inventory Lab offers. And well, it's not really a tool, it's just or another report, right? So I'm running this report to see everything that I've sold from the Dollar Tree and some data behind it. I did block out some data here just because it wasn't really pertinent to what we were doing. But if you look here, these are all the things that I bought for the month. A lot of DVDs, some books, and I have them highlighted here. The yellow highlighted portion here, this is my top seller. This is my second top seller, and this is just a little bonus I want to show you guys. So what sold the most? Well, DVDs are the type of item that sold the most. Now what DVD brought me in the most? This one right here. Bound for Glory. And I actually have a video when I picked these up that I'll put down in the description below if you want to check that out. I sold 6 of them. Revenue $72, profit 27 bucks. So from this one item, Bound for Glory, I made $27.31 off of the 6 that I have. Now, the cool thing about this is I still have a few in stock. All right, I think I have about 4 or 5 in stock still. The price dipped though a little bit. I think it went down to like $9, and we'll look at that here in a second. My second most profitable item from the Dollar Tree for January is a Wolves DVD. This DVD had Jason Momoa in it. Never heard of it, but this is also covered in some of the other videos I have in the Dollar Tree playlist on my channel if you're interested. Now look, I sold 13 of these. Revenue is 116, profit $26. So you can tell that even though I only sold 6 of these, Bound for Glory, I made more than I did on the Wolves, which I sold double the amount for. Let's look at the number one profit maker for January from the Dollar Tree that I had. Bound for Glory, the DVD. And you can see here, it's got a good seller rank, 17,000. I spent $1. This is what I was talking about. The price dropped to $9, and so now it'll only be making $1.98. But if you check the Keepa graph, look at this Keepa graph. This is insane. This DVD was actually selling for $39 back in November. I don't know what happened. Maybe some YouTuber or somebody that has 1 billion followers said, hey, go out and buy this DVD, and they all went out and bought it, and then it dropped. But the price took a drastic turn, and you can see that here, to where it's selling for $9 now. And that just happened like in the last month, right? Here's the month view. It was selling for 17 in the buy box, which is the pink line, by the way. So if you look, the pink line where it says, and then the box where it says buy box, that's how much it sells for in the buy box, which is what you want. This is the buy box right here, where you go and hit add to cart, sold by Northport. This dude Northport, he now has the buy box. 9 times out of 10, people go on here, myself included, even though I know better, we're going to go in here and click on the buy box. So that's what you want. But it dropped drastically, right? It went from $17 down to $9. So I have a few left, but I'm going to hold on to them. The number 2 seller, the DVD Wolves with Jason Momoa. Let's check it out. Here it is. Wolves, starring Jason Momoa. 12,000 seller rank. Sells pretty quickly. Selling for $8.51. If you sold that right now, paying $1 for it, you'd make $1.50. So I did profit a little bit more than $1.50 off of these. And I bet you if we look at the Keepa graph, we can see that it drops a little bit. So it's selling really quick. All these green down dips here, this is the sales rank. Every time it down dips, it changes seller rank to a lower seller rank, which means it at least got one sale. And if you look at the month view, they were selling for $9.93, $12.98, and then you can see they drop down here into the $8.70, $8.50 to the buy box. So as you can see, the prices did do a down dip a little bit, but that's okay because I'm still getting the $1.50 out of it. And that was my goal, to get $1.50 to $2 out of each item. Let's take a look at not my third most profitable item, but something that I do want to share with you because I thought it was sort of interesting. Right here, the Professional Makeup by NYX Liquid Crystal Liner Gold. Only sold one of them, $13.58. Cost me $2 because it was a 2-pack. Look at the profit I made, $6.62. So I spent $2 and I got back $6.62 minus all the fees and everything like that. So anytime you can take $2 and then turn it into $6, that's pretty awesome. That's like me, that's like you handing me $2 and me giving you back $8.62. If you could do that 30, 40, 50, 100 times a day, wouldn't you do that? And that's sort of like what selling items from the Dollar Tree can be like. So let's look at it on Amazon. The 21,000 seller rank, which is super fast for beauty and personal care or health and beauty. But you want to be careful because this, like I said, this was a pack of 2. So if you just go out and scan this and you see that, oh, it's $14.50, then you want to make sure you get the right amount of items, right? Like if this was a pack of 14 and it was selling for $14.50, you wouldn't really make any money. You would lose money. I haven't been able to find any more of these, but I wish that I could. So when you're at Dollar Tree, you need to make sure you're looking for name brands, right? This is NYX. This is a professional name brand. So I saw them and I scanned a few different colors. Some of them were not really worth anything, but then some of them were. So look, you even got the buy box for $14.50. So here's the Keepa graph. If you look, again, green down dip sales, it's selling like crazy. $12.99 is what it's normally selling for, and then it bumps up to $14.95. You look down here, the average 90-day sell rank is 15,000, which means it's selling pretty good. Let's go to the month view. And just this month, it's sold for $14.95 every time. Well, $14.50. So in the 14s. Anytime you can get an item like that that's going to sell for $14 when you're spending $2 and it's 20,000 seller rank, that's pretty awesome. I was actually surprised to get something that good a profit from the Dollar Tree. Let's take a look at one more thing because it wasn't all glamorous. I did lose money on one item because of a return. Right here, Wicker Park, it was a DVD. They returned it, so I lost. I ended up losing a couple bucks, right? About $3. And there was another NYX that I picked up. It wasn't a 2-pack, it was a 1-pack. And as you can see, I sold it for $4.46, which was a total accident. I had my auto repricer jacked up, so I ended up only making 18 cents on it. And that, everybody, is the numbers from January Dollar Tree. Now you might be thinking, 173 bucks, that's nothing to write home about. That's not going to pay your mortgage, it's not going to pay your rent, but it might get you some groceries, might pay your cable bill, might just allow you to get a few extra things that you want. Maybe you want a new webcam, right? Maybe you want a new video game. Maybe you just want to build up your savings or pay off credit card debt. Every little bit helps. So you could also look at it like this. There's some overhead to Amazon FBA, right? If you're paying the $40 a month fee to be a pro seller and you're using Inventory Lab, that's $90 between those two, and you got insurance, you know, and you have decent insurance, maybe around 50 bucks or something like that for your business, then you got what, 140 bucks that you got to pay every month. And if you're just going to the Dollar Tree for a few hours a month, those profits could pay for the cost, the overhead of you running your Amazon business. So there's a lot of different ways you could look at it, right? But bottom line is, I think I'm actually going to keep going to the Dollar Tree. I think that the amount of time that it takes to go through the Dollar Tree is totally worth spending a few hours in there per month and just getting a couple $100 back. And like I said, that $173 profit, that's not going to be it because I still have about 50 items left that are going to still be bringing back profit, right? So even if I just double my money, I got about another 50 bucks coming back to $100 coming back, maybe even a little more from the money that I spent in January. So I hope you all had a good time watching this video. I hope that everybody got something out of it. Maybe were inspired to go check out the Dollar Tree because they're pretty much everywhere, right? I mean, more places have Dollar Trees than they have TJ Maxx's, Marshalls, Ollie's, those kind of things. So I hope this inspired you to go out there and source and maybe even just build some confidence if you're just now starting out into getting into Amazon FBA. The Dollar Tree is an inexpensive way to get started. Again, thank you for stopping by. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I appreciate all the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time.